All right, my friend Christie. This is a first, so thank you. We're just going to dive right in, and we're going to forget the camera's even there, that we're recording this.
Okay.
And the reason I'm choosing to do this is because you truly, my friend, are an inspiration. We should actually have a box of Kleenex. I feel like we're on The View.
You're going to make me cry.
But truthfully, we were just talking, like, how long have we been working together?
I think it was last March.
Okay, so it's not even a year yet.
Nope. No,
okay.
Not even a year.
And you have lost how much?
60 pounds.
60 pounds, okay. So, first of all, like, hello, like, that is huge.
Yeah, and I think I still have to keep reminding myself that. Pinch myself.
Yeah.
It's been a big process, so.
And here's the thing, though, like, when you first started, when you reached out in March, did you even think that was possible?
No. No.
Like, and that's just so important. I think that other women hear that, no, it just not out of the gate do we think, okay, I can do this right away, that thought should be there right away. Because if it was, you would have. But as soon as along the way you decided that, oh my gosh, this actually could happen.
Along the way, yes,
right?
Yes. As we were talking about, I wished I would have had that, remembered that aha moment where it was like, okay, I believe this now.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to March of 2019, right? Maybe even February, and what you may have been thinking and feeling about your weight journey up to that point.
Yeah, I think, well, weight journey up to that moment, I was never really a fad yo-yo diet person. My weight was always an issue my whole life. I've always been heavy. I don't know, probably labeled as that, heavy girl. But I was always conscious of healthy eating, and I always thought I knew what I was supposed to do and knew what I was supposed to eat. But like, again, I didn't do the fad diets because I didn't ever believe that it was going to stick. And so, but I've learned a whole different way. Lots of stuff that I thought I knew, but I didn't know.
So what would you say, what was the, would there have been a catalyst that you finally said, okay, like, I mean, we knew each other because our kids went to school together, played hockey together, they're friends, but we didn't know each other really well.
No.
For you to reach out off of one of my emails to say, all right, like, could we sit down and talk? What triggered that for you?
I think I had done Weight Watchers again with a friend. And I think I just signed up as a friend thing, let's go do this. But I went in it mad. I went in it mad knowing that this isn't working for me. This isn't the way that, there has to be something more. And I think in the back of my mind, there was always a little twig of something to say, there's got to be another way. There's got to be another way. And so one of your emails kind of hit that on the nail for me. I was like feeling lost in a lot of ways in my life. Like, we talk about kids getting older and moving on and not needing us, and just being in a whole different point in my life. And I don't know, when I came, I think I just thought, what have I got to lose? Like, it's not
60 pounds later, right? Like, how cool is that?
Yeah.
From one conversation.
Totally, And I think, I remember thinking back, geez, if I could just lose 20 pounds, I'd be happy. I'd be happy. But not ever believing that, I could put my body in a whole different space, literally.
What would you say would have been for you coming into it? We talked a little bit about you kind of thought you knew what healthy was and everything else. So that's the relationship with food. What about your relationship with yourself?
Oh, yeah, no. I just would hide emotion. I would not want to feel it. Just stick in a comfort zone of, and food did that for me, obviously. But not enough. So I guess that's the overeating part, is you're constantly looking for food, or I was looking for food, or whatever else it was to not feel those emotions. So
sure.
Yeah.
So right now, so do you basically not feel emotions anymore, and that's why you lost the weight, or what? Like,
no,
how is that?
That's the strange thing is no, feeling the emotions is, it's been a roller coaster because it's emotional, but it's I think I found myself. I think I discovered too that I didn't realize that I didn't really like myself. And through the process,
Okay, now I'm gonna cry because that was me, right? Like
yeah,
that. Because often people would see photos and say, "Did you even have to lose weight?"
yeah,
And I'm like, "No, you don't understand.
no,
That person hiding
yeah.
behind
I was hiding
that
behind
frame.
anything else. Yeah. And like we talked about, I'm good at hiding.
Yeah.
I feel like that's my skill is hiding. So
Well,
so
at least
to bring
it used to be,
out,
right?
it used to be. It used to be. Yeah, no, and not hiding has made me find myself, and just realizing that I didn't value myself enough, and then learning to value myself and put myself first. And as women, we give to others and we take care of everybody else, and maybe that's a coping mechanism to not have to deal with ourselves. And so for me, it was just time. It was time to deal with me. And
which is so funny because that's the program's name, right? Like, now is your time.
Now is my
Here it
time.
is.
This is me.
This is me.
Yeah. This is me. And discovering that has been eye-opening, for me. And I think for a lot of people around me too.
Yeah. Well, and it's interesting because when we posted always with your approval of posting when you hit your 60 pounds, and the reach that had for women that in our community know you and have known you, and all of this, of people reaching out going, okay,
if I can do it, anybody can. But that's definitely stepping out of my comfort zone. I think that's being a big part of the process, is stepping out of my comfort zone, but then kind of feeling proud of myself for it.
But would you not say, like, and I guess this is where, and I would say most people, if they're listening, reading this, however we're going to showcase this, they want to know the how. Right? They want to know, okay, what did you eat? What magic pill was it? Right? Because you're talking about these feelings and being uncomfortable that couldn't possibly have given you the result of 60 pounds.
Right.
How? Why?
Oh, the big one for me is I fed my anxiety. I felt like if I didn't feel hunger physically, then I wouldn't feel anxiety. So I would hide it, and I would try and maybe prevent it. So, they say, oh, it's healthier to eat little meals a day so that you don't get hungry. And I think I was always afraid to feel hungry, and that was a bad feeling, and it was going to cause me to feel all kinds of other physical emotions, or physical feelings. But I learned that it's okay to be hungry. Nothing's going to happen by feeling hungry. And eating 3 meals a day. I didn't think I could eat 3 meals a day, or sometimes 2 meals a day if I choose to. But not to be having those snacks to make me feel hungry. And no, that's something.
And what about your anxiety? Do you still get that? And are you still able to manage that?
Absolutely. Yes. The anxiety is still there. It has changed. It has changed, I think, for the good. I feel it I think I feel it less overall. It still comes and goes, but I don't eat it. And that has helped, obviously, for the weight loss.
Sure. Now, if you were to list out things that you had to, if we were to, in our language, build out a model with 60 pounds as the result, right? What did you have to have a lot of, or some of, right? And I think back to Whitney's post that we did, right? Of so things good. That she did. What would that be for you?
Oh, of all the
feelings anything that comes to mind for you. This is kind of a...
no, there was lots of fear, lots of failure. I don't really like to use the word failure anymore. I like the word, like Brooke uses, it's building resilience.
Sure.
It's for me, failure has a big negative connotation, so I don't like failure. But setbacks, setbacks are setbacks. That's just life. And I think the biggest thing for me is it's not all or nothing.
And so you got to 60 pounds losing 60 pounds with having setbacks along the way?
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Like how fascinating is
Yeah.
that we think that it has to look a certain way
Yeah.
and it has to be perfect.
Yeah.
And it's like, but at those setbacks,
Yeah.
I would offer, you never gave up.
No, and that's the difference.
Right.
That's the difference. I think my mentality before that was kind of all or nothing.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people find that when you go for, I'm going to start my diet on Monday morning, and once you have something that you didn't plan or that wasn't good, now it's like, oh, forget it. I'm just going to eat what I want.
Sure.
And then I'll go back next Monday morning. So, no, that's changed. It's like, well, no, I just did that. Okay, well, back on it now and continue on. I think the failures is what builds the success. Those failures is success. Big thing is learning to trust myself. Yeah, I had to learn to trust myself and make myself, when I made a plan, to believe that I'm good enough to stick with it.
Right.
So, yeah.
So let's answer that one question though. Was it magic pills?
Magic pills. No magic pills.
No magic pills. It was, did I give you a complete menu diet to eat?
No, it was a process that, we built together, I think, but learning to trust myself.
So good.
Trusting myself that I can do this and that it doesn't have to be that I'm, sitting in the urges. I can feel those feelings and not have to eat. Because the feelings are going to be there regardless of whether I'm going to eat a cookie with it as well.
Yeah.
But the fact that I can feel that feeling and not eat the cookie, it gives you that empowerment feeling at the end of knowing that, you can still do it without eating your face through it.
Thank you, my friend.
Yes.
I mean, you touched on empowerment, believing in yourself, right? Having the ups and downs to it of knowing that that's what life is. And that's why this is a lifestyle, not a diet.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my final question for you. How on a scale of 1 to 10 do you believe that you will ever put on the 60 pounds again?
Oh, do I believe that I would ever put it back on? 10 being the biggest belief?
Sure. Sorry, that was a conjugated way of doing it. How do you believe that you've lost it for good?
Absolutely, yeah. That's the first time in my life that I can ever say that. I mean, I've lost weight, not this much weight, but I've lost weight in the past. But never believed without a doubt that I won't gain it back. I know that now I have this life-changing skills and belief in myself and tools that I won't ever gain that weight back again. Yeah. That'll make me cry.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
That was can't even script that, right? Can't even.
And we didn't need the Kleenexes today.
No, we didn't, but I will get them. They're cute. Oh, how'd that feel?
Yeah, no, that was good. Yeah.
I'm literally, as you're talking, I'm imagining women watching this, right? Of where they're at. And those being at that time of no, I'm not ready to do scary yet. I'm not ready to be uncomfortable yet, which is totally fine.
And that was a gradual thing, right? That was gradual. The being uncomfortable was not something that I came to you for.
Yeah. Actually, you came to me saying, I don't do feelings.
I don't do
right?
feelings. I don't do uncomfortable. And nobody wants to feel uncomfortable, but it's easier to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It was all gradual. It was definitely learning as learning the process as it goes. But once you said, once you learn this, you can't go back.
No, it's like teaching you to tie your shoelaces in a completely more efficient way.
Yeah.
Why would you ever go back to doing it the harder way, right? The more painful way.
Yeah.
And I love how you said, just because you've lost the weight does not mean you're not going to have all of these other feelings out there.
No,
right?
no.
But now you just have different tools to be able to feel them rather than eat them.
Yeah. Because the eating just kind of perpetuates the feelings.
Yes, it
of
does.
almost making them feel worse.
Yeah.
And I remember one of the things about the program, thinking when you had told me in our first consultation that it was 12 weeks, and I remember being terrified. I don't know if I can do this for 12 weeks. And then as we got closer to the 12 weeks, it was like, please don't leave me. What do you mean 12 weeks is over? Yeah. So, lifetime habits don't go away in 12 weeks.
Yeah.
And so we keep learning, and